Hey everybody, what's going on everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Canadian Jail War Stories, and we're glad to have you guys back here today. And today's episode is going to be about you cannot trust anybody when it comes to inmates or prisoners. When you enter that prison, you cannot trust anybody, and I mean anybody. So sit back, relax, grab your popcorn and pop, and let's get right into this. Alright, so this story is going to take place in Maplehurst, okay? Maplehurst, super jail, okay? Many years ago, I was about 20 years old, 21 maybe, and so what happens is, I get there, right? Or today we'll do a quick drip check. New York Yankees, Echo, right? New York Yankees Echo, right? With the freaking Crooks and Castles white underneath, woman beater. We got the jail boxers going on, straight jail boxers. See that? Yeah, man, these are what you get in there, Trillcore. Okay, anyway, and then you got this here, which is Echo. Check that drip out. You gotta love the pockets on this. Come on, gotta love it. And then it's got the red stitching and stuff like that. This is supposed to be like that. It's got like the stitching and everything everywhere. I don't know. I think it's sick. And then with the New York, match with the New York. Okay, I couldn't really find any New York blue ones, so this is the closest to match. You know, it matches with my arm. Whatever. And we got the hip hop bracelet. Alright. And we got the next bracelet. Christian Chaubet. You know. I'll try to get all the links and stuff situated. Because we're going to do another 3 this month, and yeah, I'm going to have all the links for you guys eventually down below, guys. So just bear with me here. It's my first time doing a brand deal, brand tag. So my Instagram's monetized now. I got the little orange flag. You can hit me up if you want to see if I'll accept your brand offering. I'm not accepting every single brand, obviously. If I like your stuff and I think your stuff's good and I think it's quality, I'll work with you. And yeah, I'm looking for a clothing label. So if anyone has some sick drip and they want to do something, let me know. Okay? And I got my own merch line. So check out my own merch line, okay? It's by Streamlabs. They're collab with me, and Champion. Champion is embroidered on each of my merch items, okay, for the clothing. And it's 100% cotton. Alright, guys? This isn't an infomercial for my merch line or for anybody else, but let's get straight into this. Alright. So, yeah, I'm in the Maplehurst, and when you're in there, you know, and your celly gets out, you get your cell to yourself, which is kind of a good thing. Because you get to spend some alone time, this and that, clear your thoughts, clear your head. Well, that's what was happening to me when I met this next individual I'm going to bring up in this story. So I had my cell to myself, and I had been on the bottom bunk for about I'd been on the bottom bunk the whole time I was there. And up until this point, I hadn't had anybody ask me for the bottom bunk or anything like that. I think I had gone through 3 or 4 cellies maybe by this point. It had been maybe 4 or 5 months, okay? And you go through quite a bit of cellies because some guys come in for one night and they're out the next day, or they come in for a week and they on a breach or a theft, and they get out fairly quickly on their first charge or whatever, right? So I've seen plenty of them come and go to the point where it's depressing because it's like, how many calendars do I got left? And these guys are just getting in and out. Alright. And then stupid enough me, I would finally get out and then I would just go do something else. Stupid. After 20 long months, and then I'd go do something else within a week or two. And that was just insanity without anything working. You feel me? Alright, so that's cry. You gotta have a little pouty face. when you cry. You feel me? That's an inside joke to a friend of mine. Okay, anyway. So it's in the hearse, and guess who moves into my cell? Yes, no other than Goku. No, not Goku from Dragon Ball Z or whoever, whatever he's from. I'm talking straight Goku from Crips, from Rexdale Crips, and he had ties in Brampton as well. All right, he's originally from Brampton, but he was part of the Rexdale set. All right, and he had it on his arm. My boy Goku was my celly for like probably 10 months after this, so I know him really well. He had his thing on his arm right here, right? And he had something there, I'm not going to say what, but it was like his crew shit. And then he had another thing right here, tagged out, which was an op, I guess, that he had done, marked out, whatever. Had nothing to do with me. I didn't know these people. I didn't know the ops. I didn't know none of them. So, do I give a fuck? No. Alright, so he moves in the cell, and I'm thinking, okay, what's this gonna be like? Because right away he comes to me and he's like, yo, whoopity whoop, where are you from? I tell him, we dap it up, whatever, we talk, whatever. Tell him, yo. He goes, oh, right away as soon as he comes in, he's like, yo, I want the bottom bunk. I'm like, yeah, okay, bud. I don't think so. This is my fucking house. You better back up to the fucking door right now, because what the fuck do you think you're gonna come in here and start telling me to move my shit? No. So me and him basically at the beginning kind of got into a little argument, not an argument, but got into a little, I guess, what dogs do, like a match, like a kind of like a testosterone match, more or less, like to see like if I'm gonna let him take over my cell, or if he's probably trying to see if I'll let him take over the cell, and I'm not having that, right? So I'm like, all right. So he comes in and everything, starts putting his stuff up on the top, and he says, oh, how long do you have? And everything like that. He goes, you probably get out in a couple weeks, eh? And I'll just move to the bottom bunk then. I say, yeah, right, dude. You need to go get another celly or something, because I've been here already like 5-6 months and I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. He's like, well, eventually you'll get out before I will. He goes, I got a couple years. I'm going to be here for a long time. Well, you know what? He wanted the bottom bunk so bad. He waited, because I wasn't giving it up. I told him he can have it when I leave, but I'm not leaving for a long time. He friggin' stuck it out, and he sit there and he waited. Guess what? He ended up getting out before me, for crying out loud. He got out like a freaking, I think like a week before me or something like that. It's just ridiculous. And the funny thing is, he had. Okay, I'm not going to get to that part of the story yet. Right? That's going to confuse you guys. Okay, so what's going on is he moves into the cell. Basically, we start talking. I find out all about him and his homies. He probably has about maybe 3 or 4 of his homies on the range. Okay, so there's about 5 Crips on the range out of 30 guys. It's about even with the other gangs. Like they have like a little Sri Lankan gang that was there, and then there's like another gang, and the Crips were more noticeable because they were right in my cell all the time, because Goku was a Crip. And so it's hard to explain this story without incriminating people, so I'm trying my best to explain this story without incriminating anybody. So I gotta think about my words sometimes, guys. Sorry about that. Okay? So basically, he was in there for guns and stuff like that, and shootings in gas stations and robberies, allegedly. Okay, so allegedly he did armed robbery on like 6 or 7 gas stations all at Jane and Finch area. That was allegedly. Um, I guess they came down from Rex allegedly and went to Jane and Finch and did that. Um, so he was looking at heavy time, right? But it was his first charge. So what ended up happening was he ended up, I think, staying for like 10 months and then getting bail, right? He got bail and then freaking came back 2 weeks later from breaching the bail. Okay? You're not gonna believe this. They bring him back to the freaking block. He doesn't land in my cell. He lands on a different range. We get him freaking after like a week transferred over to our range. And if the quartermans, the pod, the servers, the cleaners, they got him over here to our pod, and then he actually ended up going into the cell with one of his crip homies. But what it is me and him ended up staying close after that. Like, okay, when you're friends with some of these people, you got to realize, okay, these people aren't going to be your friends forever, but you're going to have allies. You're going to have to be friends with some people to make it through. You know, you can't just fight 30 guys all the time, right? So basically, what happens is you get to know everybody like that, right? And after you get into the only way you're gonna know if your celly's got your back basically is if you guys get into a fight together. And if you get into a fight while your celly's your celly, then you'll know what he's gonna do in a situation where you're in a fight if somebody jumps you or if someone jumps in, right? Now, the other way, and vice versa, the other way around, for him to know if you're going to help him or not, for him to know if you're going to jump in for him or not and help him when he's in a situation where he's getting jumped, right? So, you guys kind of have to have each other's backs and stick together like that to be able to make it out and shit, you know? That's the best thing to do is stay solid with your cell partner, because this is somebody that's going to be in your cell while you're sleeping, all that, right? So it's just like, you don't want to kill you in your sleep or whatever. Anything could happen. So with the cell partners, you get really close to these people because you live with them for so long. Like say like with Goku, 10 months or so, and we're together every day. Sometimes locked down 24/7. It's like basically, it's like it almost becomes like a brother almost, right? And so me and him became really close. Uh, and I had gotten to a few fights on range, and he was there and nobody jumped in. And then he had gotten into a few fights, and they packed the dude out, him and his homies. Um, then one time, it pays off to have friends with this guy for my cell partner because this is how it paid off. Now I'm gonna tell you the do's or sorry the goods, the pros and the cons of having a gang member for a celly, okay, for a cell partner. Now the gang members are gonna have politics. The cons are they're gonna have so many freaking politics. Okay, so you're gonna have to stay up with the politics 24/7. Okay, all the time. You're never gonna be putting the politics down because you're living with the politics. The politics is going on. You're not gonna get out of it. But hey, I was already in the politics anyway, so I didn't really give two shits. Before he got there, I was already involved with these scripts. So, anyways, um, well, involved with anybody on the range that does business that is a gang member, basically, that is willing, that wants to make money. You know what I'm saying? It's all about money. I'm a money bag. I'm a money bag team. I'm on that money tip. Always gotta think of him. Yeah, okay, so you always gotta think of him as a gang member. Don't be thinking of him as an individual or a friend or a celly. Always think of him as the gang member because at the end of the day, he is the gang member and he has his homies there. And, you know, basically you're not going to be able to just do something to him. If you do something to him, it's doing it to all of them. So you got to remember when you do something to him, you're doing it to them as a whole. So if you go up and just punch him out for no reason, they're going to expect retaliation. Expect retaliation from them. You know what I mean? And that's the bottom line. That's just what it is. Okay? And then as a gang, you're labeled STG, and then when you're in a cell with a gang member, they friggin' STG you because it's like, well, how is this guy in a cell with a gang member? I don't know. Actually, no, I don't think that's true, but I think I was just already STG. I've been STG for too long. Er, oh my god. Okay, I gotta cut that out. Here. Okay, so now you gotta figure out if, like, at the beginning though, figure out if he's gonna take your side, he's not gonna take your side. You gotta figure out how high of a ranking member this guy is. You got all kinds of stuff that you need to figure out before you do anything like that. Okay, and jail stands for, I seen on another channel somebody had said this, shout out to K-Frog, but jail stands for just another inmate lying, and or it could stand for just ask I'll lie for inmates, right? Now there's a big difference between inmates and convicts. Convicts is somebody that stands 10 toes down, rides through general pop no matter what, ain't gonna take no shit, ain't getting extorted, ain't no nothing. You know what I'm saying? No one gonna look cross-eyed at him without him popping off. You're gonna be respected to the fullest, or you're gonna fight for your respect. Okay, that's just bottom line. And that's what a convict is. A convict is somebody that's 100. Convict is somebody that is knows the institution, that knows the ins and outs, that can make major plays and this and that, you know, all that. Okay, and an inmate is just a regular inmate wearing an orange jumper. Okay, it's a big difference. Convict has at least a few years under his belt. Alright, now, remember I said trust nobody, okay? This is the extension onto that. Besides your celly, yeah, do not trust anybody, even your celly. Trust them to a certain extent, but do not put your full trust in anybody. Never to be trusted. This will be the same for people you get to know, people that love you, people you might think you love, you know? And when something happens and you go to the hole, you're going to find out if your celly really actually cares about you, or if your celly actually is your boy or not. And you'll find out right then and there if you have canteen, because your celly is going to be have to one to pack your stuff and send it down to the hole for you, right? Now, there is stuff called box thief, where if somebody takes something out of your cell, it's considered a box thief if they don't rob it to your face. But because you can get, if they rob you to your face and you don't do nothing about it, that's your own problem, right? But if they go and sneakily sneak in your cell and take it, that's a box thief. That's a piece of shit. That's a no good. Okay, we call it no good, or a piece of shit, or a PC, whatever you want to call it, a goof. All right. So, anyways, they do that. They sneak in and they'll steal stuff out of the cell, and that's a box thief. That's no good and that. But what is going on is the canteen. When you go down to the hole for fighting, or go to the hole for whatever you're in the hole for, your canteen's gonna be in there, right? And I've had this happen to me many times. I'll have like 20 or 40 or maybe sometimes even $100 for the canteen. Okay, and from days that people paid me back and different things, right? On canteen day. And it actually literally happened on canteen day before, when I just got my bag of canteen. Something had happened earlier, and they went down and did something or whatever, and then came back up, and yeah. So sometimes when you do something to somebody and they leave the range, they'll be gone for hours or even a day and come back the next day or hours later with handcuffs and come and get you and shit, and arrest you from the range and bring you to the hole. Okay, so that's what happens. So when you're down in the hole, now you have to depend on who's gonna send you your stuff. Your boy, your best buddy, your celly. Now, he's not going to be your best buddy if he steals all your stuff. But if he sends you your stuff and keeps maybe one little chocolate bar for himself or a bag of chips for the hassle, hey, no big deal. No worries. Nothing lost, right? As long as that big bag comes down into the hole, you're good. Not that they're going to give it to you. It's just going to sit right outside of your freaking door. They're not going to let you touch it. But you get the odd good officer, female walks by, she might sneak you a little something out of the bag for a nurse. Anyway, um, anything else that I wanted to touch on? Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, you have to make sure that he's not hiding nothing from you, because they want to keep politics within their set and their gang. They want to keep it all like down low and this and that on the DL, and they don't want everybody to know all their business. So he's probably with his gang probably talking about like, oh, only tell your celly a certain amount of stuff, certain things got to stay between the gang. So then you got to always know in the back of your mind, okay, he's not telling me everything, so what is going, there's got to be maybe something else that I don't know about going on in the cell. And I don't personally like that, so I was always like right on top of that, like, yo, if you got anything, you gotta let me know type shit, right? But the thing is with Goku, he was a good kid. He wasn't even the type really to bring nothing into the cell. He wasn't really a trapper or someone that used, so he had no reason to bring nothing around, and that was pretty cool. I didn't mind that. He was more of a dude that just liked to work out, hang out with his homies, play some looty, play some bidwiz, stuff like that, right? He was actually a pretty good chess player. Me and him used to play chess many, many nights. These are all the little things people don't tell you, you know what I'm saying? The many, many torturous, treacherous nights of just sitting there, mind-boggled, fucking bored to death, just sitting there. Yeah, like this. You can feel, basically, that's your life, your surroundings. You can basically touch all the walls around you. Okay? Basically. A little longer than that, but anyways. So it takes you like 12 months to become like full out brothers with your celly, right? And then what happens? You guys get out, and the next day it's like you forget like that, right? It's that easy. They're out of your life because they were never in your real life, right? But is jail real? Or is it just a dream? Or is the outside just a dream and jail is the reality? Or maybe when we're up in heaven and we look down at earth and all we see is orange jumpers and all the different jails, it looks like fire, it looks like hellfire. I'm just playing around. But that's just something to ponder and think about if you are into that kind of thing. That's some things that I've always wondered, but I'm not being totally serious about it. I know obviously that's not true, but it's just something to think about. So anyways, if you have a good celly, he'll send your belongings. If not, well, I don't really know. I think it's a box thief, but some people say it's not. It's not done in front of you, so sneakily done. I don't know. You guys let me know your comment in the description if you think it's a box thief move to keep your celly's canteen when he goes to the hole. If he doesn't owe you nothing and he's been a good celly the whole entire time. Either way, it's his shit, and you should be up in it, puppet. Alright, and then the pros are you can end up getting fair fades with the homies, right? You can end up getting fair fades with bro. Uh, you can. He's got his own backup. You don't have to. You don't always have to back him up. You're there. You got his back, but you don't always have to worry about him because he's got his own crew. Nothing's really gonna happen to him. He's got a big crew there. Their hygiene. 90% of the time, these gang members keep good hygiene because that's part of their morals and part of their daily routine where they must keep clean and stuff like that. It's most of the gangs is like this where you must keep everything clean, and in jail it's like that. You want to keep everything spotless, clean, because all the germs and infections and this and this and that. You gotta wear these for people that never been in there and people that are new to this kind of content. You gotta wear shower shoes in the shower because it's so grimy and disgusting that you'll catch a foot fungus just from stepping in there. So they sell sandals, slippers on the canteen, and in the shower it's like a stand. Some of them are stand up, and the Dawn is a big open forehead shower, but the other ones in the super drills are little stand up showers, little stand up ones, right? And the flap things are like so grimy and gross. A lot of guys will rip them off and throw them away, so you can see right in there. But it's like so enclosed, you don't want to touch with your shoulder to the side. It's so disgusting. It's just like you want to get in there, not touch nothing, soap up, do your thing, and you can get out. And the water pressure is always so either so crappy and light that it's crap, or so freaking beating hot that it'll burn your skin off. So it's like, yo, crazy, bro. Never gonna have a good one. But no, you'll be alright. You get used to it after a while. Okay, and then a lot. Let me see. Oh yeah, we could. Yeah, okay. Because I basically lived the street lives and this and that, and hung around with gang members my whole life since I was 12 years old. Um, basically me and him had a lot of stuff in common. So when you have a gang member as a Celly, this is me personally. The pros and cons that I'm telling you are my pros and cons. Okay, so don't judge me on the pros and cons because these are my pros and cons. Your pros and cons could be different, right? Everyone's pros and cons could be different, um, and that's what I'd like to hear. Tell me all the comments. Just rack up the comments down below, guys, like crazy. Let's get that algorithm flying with those green arrows. All right. Now, I wanted to make this a little shorter of a video, but okay. So then we got a lot of things in common to talk about. So the conversations go smooth and stuff like that in the cell. He'll tell me about his life, I'll tell him about my life. We shoot the shit back and forth, sort of like what me and Cuzzo did on that last podcast. You know what I mean? That would be like a night, and then we'd go to sleep. The next day we'd get up, maybe the following night after out on the range, we'd tell another story. You feel me? That's how it usually works with the Sullys. And then, also, if you're not hip on who the plug is and where to get stuff, this and that, and your Celly's a gang member, he'll probably get you privy to that. You feel me? So he'll probably let you in on a little secret where you can get whatever you need. You need a shiv, you need this, you need that, you need whatever. You need some McDonald's from the outside. You need whatever you need, man. I'm joking. But I've seen it done, though. Cell phones, the whole 9 yards. Money talks, bullshit walks, right? So, basically, I think that's about it. Yeah, trust nobody, dude. Even your own friends. Okay, and that was the thing, too, with Goku. I forgot to mention at the very beginning. Me and him also got really close because I forgot to tell you guys about this. When he wanted the bottom bunk, right? It didn't just happen where we had the testosterone and all that. Me and him actually did get into a sparring session, but we didn't punch each other or hurt each other. We were more just physical, like grappling. We were grappling, trying to throw each other on the ground, like he's trying to take me and smash my head on the ground, or smash me on the ground, or something like that, choke me out, freaking put me to sleep, and then I'm trying to do the same thing to him, more or less a UFC type thing with no striking, basically, just ground takedown, ground and pound type thing, like ground takedowns and arm bars and grappling, like no punching, no punching or kicking, just basically it's called grappling. So me and him would grapple, right? And sometimes we'd even say, okay, well today we'll do grapple and body shots, right? And then if I lose or whatever, then he gets the bottom bunk. You feel me? So it's all good. So me and him would do that on a regular, pretty much like I'd say at least once a month. Me and him would have a good freaking grappling match where we'd be freaking the whole cell would be upside down from freaking fighting. Okay, because even though you're not punching each other, it's a friggin' huge physical workout when two guys are full strength trying to choke each other out, fucking, and they're both roughly the same strength. That is brutal because it's like you don't know if you're gonna win, he don't know if he's gonna win, and it just keeps happening. But he can never get me to tap out. He can never get me to give up. He can never get me to give him the bottom bunk. So I never did. But I feel bad that he never got the bottom bunk. But anyway, when I did leave though, I left him my address book because when he came back, he wasn't my celly no more. But we were still close, you know what I mean? So when I got out, I ripped out all my personal pages of my family, and I left the numbers of like the girls I get to do 3-ways and stuff for me, and I give them that address book, and I swear within like a month or two, I'm getting all these calls from these girls that I knew. Saying, your friend won't stop calling from jail. He kept saying it was you. That's why we answered in the first place. Right? And anyway, I think he tried to call and pull the smooth one, try to just talk to the females and pull a smooth. It's all good. I told him to do it. It's not my girlfriend. What do I care? You can get a 3-way. You can get a little female interaction. Go right ahead. I ain't no hater. I ain't no cock blocker. Okay. Just ask another. Yeah, and you want to know how high of a ranking member the dude is too. As soon as he comes in your cell, that shit you want to know. So yeah, that's Goku from B-Town, from Brampton. Alright, and he's part of the Rexdale Crip set. He's I think they're affiliated with Brampton. I'm pretty sure he told me, or he's affiliated with Brampton, some gang in Brampton or set in Brampton or some shit like that. And then they come down to Rexdale. I guess because Brampton's right above Rexdale, you just go straight north. I guess on Islington, right? When you're at Islington and Rexdale Boulevard, you just keep going straight up Islington, I guess, more or less, past everything, past Steels and shit. And then I guess you'll be in Brampton. I don't know, something like that. Brampton's on the other side of Vaughan, I believe. It's in York No, it's not in York region, is it? It's Peel region. That's what it is. See, we got GTA, which is Greater Toronto Area, which is made up of York region, Peel region, and Durham region, right? We got 3 regions: York region, Durham region, Peel region, and that's considered the GTA, where Toronto is Toronto, and we got the GTA. So GTA is like the video game GTA right there. Right? Yeah. Sorry about that, guys. So yeah, that's basically how it is. Let's double check this and see if I forgot anything, okay? I just took little notes here just to be like, okay, make sure I remember little points to talk about. You know what I mean? I didn't write like a story or nothing. I wasn't reading off a story. I just make little points like, say, for example, after 12 months we became bros. You know what I mean? Uh, about the jail, just at another inmate lying. I thought that was a really cool thing that I seen on his channel. That was K-Frog. I learned that from Florida. Go check him out. K-Frog TV. He's really good. If you like my channel, you'll probably like his. Honestly, he's one of the only ones that, like, I only fuck with a few channels. You know what I'm saying? Probably a handful, less than 10. You know what I mean? And that's one of them. And you guys probably know the ones that I rock with because obviously we follow each other and stuff like that. And yeah, man, this is pretty cool that we got to this many subscribers. We got lots of things going on. I don't want to drag the video out, but I really appreciate it, guys. If you guys could buy some merch, I get some money from that or something, man. Buy some merch, buy some jewelry from Kristen Chaubet's thing. On the tag, you can see in the pictures of me on Instagram, I'm wearing the jewelry. Well, you just click on the jewelry or click on me or wherever on the picture, and it'll come right up, Kristen Chaubet jewelry, and you can click on that. It'll take you right to her website, right? And I'm going to be having the 20% off discount in the thing below. And yeah, guys, just keep rocking with me. I love each and every one of you. The haters are getting real thick nowadays, guys. So please, if you rock with me, man, let me know in the comments, okay? Because I've been having to ban people left and right. I just can't handle it. My anxiety is too much. I can't deal with it. I just don't want to deal with it. My life is different now. I've changed my life around. I'm not that person no more. And I don't want to read comments and bring that person back out at me, if you feel me. You know what I mean? So I just want positivity in my life. So when I see negative comments, the moderators just get rid of that right away, instantly. So if you're a troll and you want to say stupid things, just know you're going to be banned instantly. And that's it. We're not fucking around here no more. We don't want to hear your shit. Alright? Take it out on someone your own fucking size. You know what I'm saying? Which is, we don't know. Because you don't exist. Because you don't have a profile. Or a picture. You weirdo. No, I'm joking. Anyway, I don't really care. I just had to address it because I wanted to tell you guys that I'm not even going to respond to these type of people no more. I expect my moderators to do that. I'm not responding to any of these weirdos no more unless it's something that really, 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 really needs to be addressed. Alright? From now on, it's going to be only positivity over here. Alright? I don't want to hear no BS. And, you know, for all you guys that don't like my music, that's fine. I don't care about that. Everyone likes their own style of music. Keep rocking with me for the YouTube channel content, and just know that that's my passion. That's my art. Okay. So is creating content for you guys. These are my two extra passions, okay? I work a full-time job also just to be able to friggin' keep all this going here, right? So just do me a solid, and if you don't like it, just just don't leave a comment and don't even watch it. You know what I mean? If you do like it, or even if you don't like it but you like me and you love me, you don't have to say you like it. Just fuck at least give me a like and support me. You feel me? You don't have to listen to it or like it, but give it an honest try. You know what I'm saying? And if you still don't like it, then that's cool, man. I'm not begging you to like it. It's not for everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's for the entire world. It's not just for one specific person. Okay? And just as many people that said they didn't like it said they did like it. So, right? Right. So basically, if you guys stayed to the end right now, I really appreciate you. That means you're probably a mega fan, super fan, and I'm probably one of your favorite YouTubers. If you've stayed and heard my last 10 minutes of rambling, then you are so cool. And I give you a special shout out if you tell me, yes, you heard all the rambling that I just said. If you friggin' actually sat here and listened to my crap for the last 10 minutes since the video's been over, I really appreciate you. And I rock with you 1000. And eventually, we're going to be doing giveaways on this channel. I'm telling you that right now, because 3 pieces of jewelry every month. Think about it. I and now another brand just reached out to me. I have another brand already that reached out that wants me to be ambassador to their brand too. So, alright, that's how it starts. And yeah, man. See you in the next video. Alright? Follow me on IG and everything, every single platform, except for TikTok. TikTok is Mike Keys. Okay? So TikTok, you gotta go follow me on TikTok at Mike Keys. And then on top of that, every single platform, including Twitter and Twitch, except we only have maybe 2 or 3 followers on those platforms, and Snapchat. So Snapchat, Twitch, Twitter, we have like 2 or 3 followers. But Instagram, we got over 100. Come rock with us over there. I'm live over there all the time. Okay, collabing, trying to work out collab deals and this and that, networking and working out behind the scenes. Okay, so then also we got the channel and stuff like that. Okay, so the channel, and then we got the Facebook, all under Canadian Joe War Stories. The Instagram and the Facebook are actually owned by the same guy, so they're monetized together in like a joint thing, where they're monetized together under a business name, which is like a meta business, and it's a little orange flag, so I can tag brands, and that's what I'm doing. So go check out the brands that I've been dealing with. All right, and we'll see you in the next video, you guys. Be good, and we'll see you in the next one. Stay free. Freedom is a must.